Okay, so hello YouTube, my name is Vlad for iVlad.com. This is my third video with this shitty mic. Tomorrow is salary day, payday. So I think that tomorrow I'll order a new one. This will be, I think, a cool video. I will be showing you how to protect yourself against, well, Johnny Lockers and crap such as this. Those guys really deserve to die. They are the low life of, well, everything. So I have devised uh, what I call protection plan, something that everybody can do either on their own private computer, or if you are a system administrator you can do this with GPOs or on Linux or whatever. Okay, so I will be booting up my machines and I will be right back. Actually, forget that. This boots up rather fast anyway. So now I will be showing you in this video how to do it on your local machine if you are just a normal user, and then afterwards, if you want me to, I can show you how to do that on Active Directory on a domain. So basically, first of all, as you can see here, I've made two users. This one, which is the system administrator, and this one El Standardo, which is actually standard user, which cannot do basically anything. But if you, for example, want to run CMD, you have to enter password, which in my case is 1234. Now bear in mind this is run as administrator. I have started CMD with Control Shift and Enter. If I press Enter, I can enter CMD normally. Okay, now first thing, why do you have to be a standard user? Okay, because first of all, let me show you something. First of all, I will be setting up shadow copies, which is system protection 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will be creating one which I will be calling OK, whatever. Now the reason why I am creating this thing is okay, awesome, because I want to show you that now if I right click on my computer properties, I have previous versions, which is this one over here, and I can open and I can browse files, and I can basically get any file, previous version of any file. This is called the shadow. So for example, if you do get crypto viruses, you can basically just right click on that folder, get previous versions and get the original files. Now why do you have to be a standard user? Well, basically there is a command which is called VSS admin. Now if I run VSS admin as a standard user, and I can, for example, type delete shadows /all/quiet. Now a standard user cannot do that. I still have my previous version of my files, but if I have an account which is administrator, now administrator can run CMD as an administrator, and now if I type VSS admin delete shadows /all/quiet, that's the only thing that the virus has to do. All of my shadow copies have been deleted, and now previous versions, there are none. Now my virus is able to mess up my files, and basically I cannot do anything about it. Although there is a software called Shadow Explorer, but in my opinion it's not always, how should I say, successful in recovery. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. So that's why first step that you have to do is to create an account which is not administrator. And well, second of all, for example, you have this, it's called USC. Just let me show you log off. I will be logging in as system administrator. Now bear in mind that when you start CMD, you do get this yes no window, which basically states, hey, do you want to run this thing as an administrator, yes or no. But unfortunately, viruses tend to turn this function off, and well, if it's off, then they can start VSS admin and they can mess up everything. Okay, now after we have enabled shadow copies, so to enable shadow copies, right click on my computer, properties, system protection, and create. Basically, uh, the more you allow, the bigger the history will be. You'll have more copies, obviously. Um, Now that we have done that, the second thing, in my opinion, that we should do is to disable Windows scripting hosts. The host. Now, bear in mind that this sometimes can be useful if you have some kind of particular software that needs to use a Windows scripting host. For example, if you want to activate Windows, you have slmgr.vbs, and that's a Windows scripting host. However, you can activate Windows normally, plus you can disable this rule if you do need it, or if you're a system administrator, you can allow it for certain users, certain groups, and whatnot. So what I will be doing is run my registry editor. Yes, and I will be going to hotkey local machine, and then software, I think, then Microsoft, then Windows. Microsoft, Windows, and then Windows scripting host, I think that's in here. Windows search. Nope, nope, nope. Just let me see, maybe it's somewhere in here. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I've chosen, no, it's not Microsoft Windows, but Microsoft Windows scripting host, and settings and enabled should be set to 0, and just to see where to put it. Okay, sorry, we need to create a new word which will be enabled. Sorry, enabled, enable, and which should be set to 0. That way you have actually disabled Windows scripting hosts. However, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so there you go, it's disabled. You don't need to reboot your computer. So this is the first thing we need to do. Well, second, if you count enabling shadows and being a standard user. Now, after we have done that, we need to disable executions in local application data, which is here, local app data. Now, as previous problem, some programs tend to use local applications data folder for themselves. For example, I think that Google Chrome is even installed into it if you are a standard user. But if you do install as an administrator, even if you are in a standard account, everything will be installed in program files. For example, sometimes I think Firefox installation cannot proceed if you disable application data /temp, because installation tends to extract into that folder and then run setup from there. But then again, you can use 7-zip just to open that file, extract it, for example, to desktop, and start installation from there. So there you have it. It's actually not that big of a deal. So what I will be doing is starting my local group policy. Secunde. Edit group policy. Okay, and what I will be doing in here is actually going to computer configuration, then Windows settings. Just a second, computer configuration and Windows settings. Okay, then security settings, and then let me see, security settings, then software restrictions, and then I will be creating, well actually, okay, just let me show. Yes, now Windows by default does not have anything besides this software restriction policy folder, so you need to right click it and create a new restriction policy. Okay, and you should then go to this right side and click additional rules, open it, then right click and choose new path rule. Then you should type in here, first of all you need to disable local application data, and then slash all of the executables. This should be, I will be copying this just so that I don't have to write everything. So this should be disallowed. Okay, then we need to create a new one, which is application data slash any folder slash or any file or any folder slash all of the exes. Again, disallowed. Then a new one. There are a couple of those ones, but for example, the first one just did disable executables, and the second one did disable every folder and then executables. Now, however, uh, executables can be executed from zip files, obviously. So every zip slash every executables, again disallowed. New path rule, again slash 7-zip. So 7-zip star means everything else 7-zip test, for example, folder, and then again all of the executables. Then another path rule should be again the next one should be well, rar, obviously, and again all of the executables. Now bear in mind, oh yes, and also I forgot here to put star. Now bear in mind that there are a couple of those, so you should probably Google to add more or less. And the last one should be also new path rule, just a second. And the next one should be slash application data slash temp. And you see I actually I forgot that everything should be in temp folder, so I kind of messed it up. So but I will be fixing it. It's no big deal. So only thing that I should be adding here is because this should be in temp. Just a second. Slash temp. Okay. I did mess that up a bit. Properties. Okay. And zip also. And that should be about it, if I'm not mistaken. Now bear in mind you can add a couple of those as well. Now fourth thing you should do is, for example, I have a network drive which I think will be accessible from from my virtual machine. Now bear in mind that just a second, something, where is the password? Maybe it's this one, I'm not quite sure. Or is the other one? Just a second, I'm not quite sure which is my password. The problem with this is if you have a shortcut on your desktop, virus is smart enough to see this as a shortcut. Okay, we'll ignore this whatnot. A virus is smart enough to recognize that this is a shortcut and to recognize that you actually have a rights to that folder. Now you can have read rights, you can have only write rights, or you can have both of them. So there is a possibility that you can actually have a right to delete files. Maybe my caps lock is turned on. No, it's not. Just a second. domain. Go figure. No, I'm not. Ah well, what the hell. That does not really matter. Anyway, you can have rights to delete such files. Now, the problem with this thing is how to bypass this and yet add a user a right to um, add user a right to still access that folder. Well, there are a couple of problems to this. One is that if you have a shortcut, virus will recognize it as a shortcut and it will do its thing. Second thing is, even if you don't have a shortcut and you have in here this UNC, virus can still browse your I think it's called something like typed path or something like that. Let me show you what I mean. Right, get it? Now, if you're not administrator, if you're a standard user, virus cannot do that because it cannot access registry. Well, not in normal way, anyway. So now, what I wanted to show you is, I think it's in here, something like software. Although this is a current user, so it even that might be accessible by a virus. Just a second, I think it's software, then it's Microsoft, then it's I think it's Windows, then current version, and then it should be something like here it is, Explorer, and then maybe typed path. Exactly. So there you have it. Now a virus can access this. Now I'm showing you this because I have a master plan how to access this folder without virus knowing it. I will be creating a batch file. Just a second. Okay, I can actually do it like this. A new text document, which would be called my network. Now, bear in mind this is a tedious work, but it needs to be done. Okay, so what I will be doing is Explorer, and then just the path. Okay, I think I can actually use this one as well, and whatnot. So when I just a second, file, save as, desktop, all files, my networks.batch, and just to show you, just to see whether this is okay or not. Now I need just to put here the quotation marks. Now this will open my network drive. Okay, obviously, just let me see whether this is my password. I seriously do not know my password. Okay, this one is okay. So as you can see, Explorer opened my network drive without actually being a shortcut to my network drive, because this is actually, as you can see, shortcut to my network drive, and this is executable. Now bear in mind, if you have a lot of batch files on your desktop, virus can obviously recognize that. So I will be compiling this into executable, which you can distribute to, if you're a system administrator, to your employees, and they can use it, and it's working perfectly. But now, as I have showed you, there is this problem, which is recently typed path. Now what you need to do, and you can actually do it without being administrator, is delete the key that actually contains recently typed paths. And good thing is, actually, just let me show you. Okay, slash software, Microsoft, I think it's Windows, current version, then it's, I think, Explorer. I'm not quite sure though. I have to see on registry. Current version, Explorer, then typed. I think this should be, and F means actually force. Now, what do you get? You open your network drive, and you have this. But if you go into another Explorer Okay, sorry, just a second. I need to pause to see. I probably typed something wrong. Okay, hotkey current user software Microsoft Windows current version Explorer typed. This should do the trick. Just let me see what's the problem. Error, the system is unable to find a specific error. Okay, so obviously I typed something wrong. Just let me see. Key current user, let me see. Key current user software Microsoft Windows current version Explorer. The quick and easy way would be just to export to desktop. Okay, sorry, to desktop. Okay, edit with notepad and copy paste. I think this is way easier. Okay, not quite sure if I need the quotation typed path. Okay, so now when you open it and when you do try to open your network paths, nothing will be there. So basically, whenever you open this batch file, the path will be cleared. Now, if you want to, for example, even add more security, what you should do is disable run command. Now, I don't know whether you have watched this. I think Mr. Robot, they have that. What do you call it? Cyber duck or something like that, USB stick, which is well quite neat, but if you have a proper security, useless. So the next thing what you should do is disable run command, and this can also be done by no, sorry, not by regedit, but I think local. This should be done in policy, local security policy, and this should be, I think, user configuration, local policy, user security options. Be right back. I just need to see it. I know where it's in Active Directory, but I don't know where it's in a computer. Be right back. Okay, sorry. It's in a group policy, I think. Yeah, at a group policy, so it should be, and you can actually disable run command only for well, for your user. You can actually you do not need to disable it. You do not need to disable it everywhere. Now the neat thing about this is I think it's in user configuration. Then it's administrative templates. Then start menu, and here you have just a second. Let me show you. You have a remove. Just a second. Remove. Add run. Remove. Just let me see. Remove should be remove run. Okay, let me see. Remove run menu. Remove remove pinned programs. Okay, I need to okay, remove run from the start menu. And the neat thing is that actually if you enable this, which is awesome, now when you try to start run, you will get this error. But, and the neat thing about this is if you try to type a path, you will still get an error because it has been disallowed. Now you can actually bypass this by creating a shortcut to your server. However, we do not need this shortcut, and we do not want this shortcut because if a virus can find the shortcut, then a virus can obviously encrypt it. But if you use a batch file like this one, you actually still have an access to everything you need. Now, if you're using Word, obviously you cannot save as in that folder because it's executable, but that is a small price to pay if you want to protect your either company or, well, your own private computer and your own data. So there's that. Now one more thing, because well, this looks ugly. I will be removing this pause, and I will be actually downloading a software which is called batch to executable. Now Google, because nobody uses Bing. Okay, speed of dark. Do you want to know? Okay, seriously, come on. Okay, batch to executable, and that's this is the link. So this is probably the best software ever for this type of thing. So save as a desktop. Okay, okie dokie. View downloads open, and I will be extracting the portable version here. Oh, I already actually have it here. Ah, what can you do? Okay, just to see. Okay, now this is 64-bit Windows, so I'll be making 64-bit. Now you should choose invisible application, and just a second, batch file would be this one, desktop, for example. So my network, because well, you don't want other people to know what's inside it, and you should actually download an icon. Okay, just let me show you. Google again, free icon, download, whatever, first one, just to show you how nice this can actually be. Okay, and I will be downloading any icon. The first one, never mind. You can actually choose any one you prefer. So, okay, open. Ah, bloody hell. Can I open folder? Downloads. Okay, so I will be moving the icon to my desktop. Sorry. And I will be choosing icon file, which is also, as I said, on my desktop, and compiling it. Now this is awesome because now you have actually a network. Now you don't need this batch file. You can leave it, but probably should save it somewhere for your own personal use. So if you need to update or something, and when you double click, everything is deleted automatically. Virus cannot access because it does not know where you have your network. It's not mapped, and these are a couple of cool things, in my opinion, which are very useful. So thank you for watching this video. It is a bit longer than my usual videos. If you have any questions, please ask. If you want me to make this video, which is related to Active Directory and domain, ask. I think I can do something about it. If you have any suggestions how to upgrade this protection, also let me know. And this is about it. I hope you have a good day, and see you soon. Bye bye.